record to this computer. Okay, so I am so excited that you guys came tonight to just hear a little bit more about a lot of our, journeys and testimonies and why we chose Plexus and what it was for our, our issues and our blood sugar issues and inflammation and all the things that we had going on. So that is one of my favorite things is that we come on and we just share in our rawness, like no makeup, no everything. I don't know when the last time I wore makeup. It's been a blessing because when you get to the root of the issue, a lot of other things work properly. And so that is what we love, is that these products have done more than we ever anticipated. And so I cannot wait to dive in and kind of share our journeys with you and how everything, came to pass. So some people come to Plexus for gut health and root healing, and others, like I said, clean, amazing skincare, and others for like natural weight loss and clean energy. And there's lots of things that Plexus offers that we're so grateful for. So maybe you are looking for just one thing, or maybe you're looking to have it all or want it all. So tonight, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to talk about our core system and focus on gut health and all the things. And our gut health products are called the Triplex. And Kasha is going to be talking about that here in just a little bit. So I cannot wait for her to dive into the science and all of that with it, because she's so good with that. But I'm going to give a little intro about my journey and kind of where I was and where I am now. So I suffered with really bad abdominal pain, and I just shoot it off as just really bad cramps. But mine got to where it was almost daily. And it wasn't until in college, when I passed out in my computer lab room in pain from that I had a friend come and push me aside and say, Cassie, you should not be curled up in a ball, hiding in a room. You need to go see the doctor. And so I did. And that's when I found out. I opted for surgery because I didn't want to have all kinds of different medications and side effects that he offered, because he gave me two options. I went ahead and dived into the surgery and found out I had stage 4 endometriosis. I had PCOS, adenomyosis, lots of osises is what I tell people. It was not fun. So no wonder I was having so many issues. I had an autoimmune disease, didn't even know it. And fast forward with that, I didn't know that infertility was an issue as well. So we had our first daughter, and my pain came back stronger. Went and found a new doctor, had another new surgery, because I thought, well, surely this one's going to, help me, right? No, I had the surgery, found out the same results, and my pain came back, and it came back worse that second time. So that's kind of when I started diving into different things. I was trying to be my own advocate. I was a tired mom. I lived off of coffee. I wanted more out of life, and I couldn't. I literally could not have more out of life. And not that I wanted. And so I started joining a lot of different groups and things like that. And I did the Endo diet. I looked into this Endo Center in Atlanta because all these ladies kept talking about that. I had my paperwork there because it was supposed to be, so think of like the Cancer Center of America. It's like that, but for people like us. And so I had my paperwork there, and we all know how God tells us something's not right. And so I noticed a lot of women that came out of that hospital, getting this certain surgery and everything, and they were having pain after. And so Plexus was literally dangling in front of me for years, but I pushed it away because I kept thinking, why in the world would supplements help me? There's no way. Supplements are not going to help my body. I just was too riddled with pain and inflammation and all the things. But God knew, and God knew exactly what I needed and what my body needed. And so I started to prove them wrong. I was trying to prove to my friend that they weren't going to work for me. And I am so blessed that I was wrong, because that was 4.5 years later. And that's where I'm at now. I haven't had to suffer with, ruptured cysts. I haven't had to go to the minor ER. I hadn't had issues because of it. And a lot of it is like what we're talking about tonight, is that you're going to hear from Kasha and Hannah and how their stories are polar opposite than mine. But we're taking the same core system that helped our bodies. It was what our bodies needed, and our bodies needed that extra little nutrition and gut health and gut healing and all the things. So that is why we're here. We want to just, go into that and all the things. So I'm right now going to segue into Kasha, because she's so good at the science with the Triplex. So that's the products that I take. I take our Triplex with our X Factor Plus. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. Kasha, go right ahead, my dear.
All right, you guys, this system I'm so excited to talk about because it literally changed my life. I don't use those words to be cliche. I don't use those words to be like cheesy. and I don't use them lightly. It really is true. It really did completely change my life. So the Triplex system is our pink drink, which we have two versions. We have the microbiome activating and we have the hunger control. Those, obviously one of them helps curb hunger more than the other, and the other one has a special prebiotic fiber in it that helps to feed the good microbes in your gut. So we've got the Slim pink drink, we've got the ProBio 5 probiotic, and the BioCleanse. So the pink drink was actually the Slim. It was actually originally formulated by an endocrinologist specifically to help control blood sugar in diabetics, which is so cool. It uses all natural plant-based ingredients that helps keep your blood sugar regulated, which helps keep your body in fat burning mode instead of fat storing mode. It also helps with energy levels being sustained throughout the day. It also has anti-inflammatory ingredients in there. All kinds of wonderful goodness for your body. And it also helps to feed those good microbes in your gut. And then we have the ProBio 5 probiotic, which is so unique and different from anything else that's on the market. So this has 5 different beneficial probiotic strains, which were heavily researched before they decided which ones. But the really cool thing about this is that it has a special digestive enzyme in it called chitosanase. So chitin is the hard shell that forms on the outside of Candida yeast when it overgrows in your gut. Every person's body has Candida yeast in it. The purpose of that is to actually decompose you after you die. We have to have it. We all have it in our bodies. But when it gets out of control and overgrows, you can imagine that something that's meant to decompose you, if you have too much of that in your body, is going to make you feel not so great. Because it's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be kept in check by the good microbes in your gut and by the standard American diet and antibiotic use and all kinds of things that we now have that in the majority of people overgrows and takes over. And that hard outside shell, that chitin on the outside, keeps good microbes from being able to attach to the intestinal wall. And it keeps you from reaping the benefits of your probiotics. So if your probiotic doesn't have that chitosanase in it that breaks down that hard shell to kill that Candida yeast, you're not really getting very much benefit out of your probiotic, even if it has all the billions and billions and billions of units or whatever microbes in there. So, and then it has those 5 beneficial strains, which is amazing. So this is going to kill the bad stuff in your gut, as well as repopulating it with the good stuff. And then the BioCleanse, don't let that name scare you, because it's not like one of those 7-day cleanse things. This it's a gentle magnesium supplement that's meant to be used every day. It has bioflavonoids in there, lots of vitamin C in there from like orange peel extract, all kinds of really goodness in there. And so this helps to flush out on a cellular level the toxins in the body that Candida yeast creates, and it helps to flush the Candida itself out, as well as other not beneficial microbes, bad microbes. So that is kind of the gist of the Triplex system. We kind of say that pretty much every body on the planet needs what this system has to offer in the gut health arena. Lots and lots and lots of issues that people are suffering with has that as its root issue, is a gut imbalance. And I know that was the case for me. So my story actually started back in childhood. I had unexplained widespread pain throughout my body that started in childhood and gradually got worse and worse as I got older. Lots of joint inflammation, lots and lots of pain. Doctors couldn't figure out what was going on. All the x-ray tests in the world, all the CT scans could not figure out why I was in so much pain. I had high inflammatory markers in my blood, high autoimmune markers in my blood, but I tested negative for RA and lupus and all these other specific autoimmune diseases. I also had horrible IBS. I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with that, but it is so not fun. Like, I had to have colonoscopies when I was a teenager. It was terrible. And everything that I ate would make me sick. I'd be constantly in the bathroom. I missed class all the time because I was in the bathroom. And then when I was in class, half the time I was asleep because the fatigue that comes with autoimmune disease is crippling. I fell asleep while I was driving. I fell asleep. I had to sleep in the car after I dropped my husband off at work before I could drive the rest of the way to class or to my work. I was sleeping on my lunch breaks, like I said, sleeping in class sometimes. I even fell asleep during an assessment with my supervisor in grad school because I could not stay awake. And I had drank pots of coffee that day, let me tell you, like pots of coffee, which, by the way, is not good for IBS. So my body, I mean, I was in my early 20s and my body was riddled with things that 80-something-year-olds deal with. And I felt horrible. And I was on all these prescriptions, seeing all these specialists, and it was not fixing me. It was not better. So I actually started these products for a completely unrelated reason. But as I noticed over time, my energy was better. I lost the baby weight after my first and my second baby. I took these products the entire time while I was pregnant and nursing him. My energy was so much better. And I started to notice over time, my pain got so much under control. And Hannah's going to talk to you in a little bit about one of my favorite products called the Ease, which has replaced 4 different pain medications for me. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. I love that product. I am now off of all of my medications. I feel better than I ever have. I have so much energy, y'all. For me to be awake at 8:47, that would never have happened before. I feel amazing. My pain is under control. My fatigue is under control. No more sleeping while driving. No more taking naps during the day. My bathroom issues are gone. I can eat whatever I want to eat. I'm completely regular. I'm not running to the bathroom every day after lunch. It's amazing. I feel absolutely incredible. And I know that I'm a better mom. I know that I'm a better wife. I know that I'm a better child of God because I am not constantly focused on how horrible I feel. So with all that said, I am going to hand it over now to Hannah, and she's going to talk some more about a few of our other specific products that you guys are going to really love. Take it away, Hannah.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share. So I am just going to I wasn't going to start off with it, but since she just brought up the favorite anti-inflammatory vitamin Ease, this thing is a game changer for me. I do the triplex as well, but adding this Ease in has combated the inflammation in our bodies. And I've had so many people be like, well, I don't have a lot of inflammation. Well, if you have aches and pains, guess what? That's where the inflammation is. So this thing it's just incredible. So I'm going to read you a little bit of information about it if you don't care, because it's so good. So this is a natural anti-inflammatory, and it doesn't have the bad side effects of traditional meds that combat the inflammation. So I didn't know. I was popping ibuprofen. It went, wasn't even touching the pain. I was doing naproxen, sodiums, Aleve, all the things, and I didn't realize I was actually making it worse. This does not make it worse. This is incredible. It's especially good for obviously aches and pains and autoimmune inflammation and digestive conditions as well. And as you're detoxing, it's actually a good detox support as well. So it is, it's made with New Zealand green lipid mussels. And when I went to my chiropractor and I showed him, he's more of an all-natural type chiropractor, and I showed him what I was taking, he was like, Hannah, where did you find a source for that? It is so hard to find it sourced out. So he is 100% on board with this, and actually all of our products, but this has been a game changer. My husband has really bad arthritis, and it has saved him as well. So that is just one of our amazing products, and one that I will not go without. One of our other incredible, and it's actually an award-winning multivitamin mineral, is called X Factor. And so it is actually infused with aloe. And the important thing with that is when something is infused with aloe, it actually helps the absorption of your body 300 to 400%. So when you're taking this helps to absorb the aloe in it. It's a form of course. It's also known as methylation. And because of that, your body can actually absorb and use it effectively. A lot of times we take our vitamins and they do not absorb into our body. when I started adding this in, it absolutely was a game changer. Because I don't know, I had these big green vitamins from the health food store, and I thought, oh, I'm pretty good. I don't think I need to add this in. And apparently my body was definitely not absorbing all of it, because with this multivitamin, this mineral, it has been incredible. It helps with your stronger immune system, your hair, your nails, and your skin. Are a few of the main benefits you'll get with this. And it's also shown to help people with menopausal symptoms. So I've had some of my friends that have started this that were premenopausal or going through menopause, and it has definitely helped, and not so many hot flashes and things like that. They're like, this is the thing, tell everyone. So I'm not quite to that stage yet, but when I get there, believe me, this is going to definitely, still be in my system, and I'm so thankful. So the other one that and there is a kids X Factor as well. So my kiddos absolutely love it. It is incredible. I'm going to read you a little bit of information about that. So the bottle I have right now is not the new one. The new one has superheroes on it. And so my little guy is like, Mama, I need my superhero vitamin. And he's just so adorable. It's so cute. So this is a 2-in-1 multivitamin and probiotic. So it is incredible that you can give your kids one vitamin and it takes care of them. It's a probiotic, prebiotic combo. There's 13 essential nutrients for their minds, their bodies. It helps obviously with their minds, their immune system, which is super important right now, and their digestive health. It helps with their eyes and their teeth and their bones. This is above all the best vitamin out there for kids. It doesn't have added sugars. I had no idea how much sugar was in the vitamins I was giving my kids before. This is incredible. Real quick, now, this is my husband's, or maybe my favorite product for my husband. It's called Vital Biome. We call it his happy pill. So my husband, is former military and police officer, stuff like that. So he does have some PTSD, and he was always on edge, always kind of grumpy and grouchy. And this has absolutely changed everything for our family. So it's different than ProBiome 5, but it's complementary to it. Vital Biome is our true blue, powerful probiotic with specially chosen, clinically proven strains of probiotics to help with mood and digestive health. So it's not just a mood stabilizer, but it also helps with your digestive health as well, which there is a link to that, as you all will learn about. You don't have to be moody or have a messed up gut to want to take Vital Biome. This is just good for everyone. So if you think I'm a calm person, I'm not moody, I don't need it, this is actually for everyone. So if you're looking for enhanced gut health or have been on an antibiotic at all in the past year, this is a great idea to add to it with the triplex. We have a little guy that we adopted, and he was severely neglected before. And so he was always, anxiety was really, really high. And this has been helping him tremendously as well with the kids line. And we're having a different kid most days, not all days, but most days. And I can actually tell on the days my husband has forgotten to take his Vital Biome. That's how much it helps with his mood. He had his gallbladder removed, and this right here also helps with not having to run to the bathroom and have all those issues that sometimes people have when they have their gallbladder removed. So this has been incredible. It's my favorite for him. And if you ever have those days that, like, I'm a pretty stable person, but there are days I'm just so irritated, and it's not really related to PMS or anything like that. It's just like, I take one of these and it definitely helps. So now I'm going to transition into, real quick, mine and my daughter's testimony, kind of how we even got started with Plexus. Hallie was born a little bit early, and with that came some GI complications. So going number 2 was not natural for her. It was painful. She would shake and cry. She would go several days without going. They did biopsies and trying to figure out, did she, cystic fibrosis, did she have Crohn's? Like, nothing came back. We didn't have answers. All we knew is our little girl, no matter what we tried to do food-wise and different things like that, going number 2 was not happening. And so she was actually put on, she had severe reflux issues as well. She was put on 2 reflux medications, max dose of both, Miralax type medication to help her go number 2. And I didn't think anything of it. They said, here, this will help her go. And I just gave it to her without reading the side effects. So if you know anyone on Miralax, please, 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 I beg you as a mama, check out those side effects. It's, but now we know better. And then she had a suppository medication as well, because number 2 wasn't happening, and suppositories are no fun for anyone, mama or child. And she also had a medication to help her from her stomach cramping so much, because she would cramp with pain, and it was just awful. And one night I was scrolling Facebook like we all do, and I came across Cassie's post about her friend's son coming off his reflex medicine. And so I reached out to her and I said, here's a little bit, excuse me, here's a little bit about Hallie. Do you think, it could help her? We've tried so many over-the-counter, prescribed, health food stores, like we spent thousands of dollars trying to help her. Nothing has worked. Oils, all the things. Her body just didn't respond. And she's like, you know what? I think it can, but if not, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, and we'll get your money back if not. She was very good to let me know it's not a quick fix. It's not a Band-Aid. It might take some time. And we knew with her little body being over 8 years, she was over 8 years old, that it wasn't going to be fast. So thankfully we knew that. Around the 60-day mark, she was actually going to the number 2 some, but to be honest, not as much as we were hoping. It was improving, but not where we thought it would be. And we thought, you know what, we're just going to give it a little bit more time. And praise God that we did, because around the end of the 3rd month, beginning of the 4th month, she started going to the bathroom naturally on her own. We still celebrate number 2 around here. She is medication free now, so we called it graduating. She graduated the GI specialist, no more reflex medicine, no more suppositories, no more, praise God for that, no more Miralax type medication or anything like that. She goes naturally on her own. And again, we should be going 2 to 3 times a day to have natural bowels, and we just still celebrate. So she'd be so embarrassed if I told you all that, because she's 11 and a half. But that was huge, and if that's all God did, that would be incredible. But Hallie also had was born with epilepsy. She was actually born having seizures. We didn't know that's what it was. She had all kinds of sort of health issues. And yesterday was her first day ever to be medication free, off all medicine since she was 3 months old. And the only thing different was we started addressing gut health. We started her on these Plexus products, the Triplex. That little girl, they were looking at putting a feeding tube in because she was not able to gain weight and absorb nutrition. She is not going to have a feeding tube. She is gaining weight. She is thriving. She is running. She has the energy, and she is playing. And God is good, and God gets the glory for that. He answered our prayers, and we're thankful. So real quick, I'm going to transition into my testimony. I'd love to share more about it. My daughters, if you have any questions, I'm an open book. But the same products that my daughter, the Triplex, was taking, and she was able to gain weight, I have lost over 20 pounds with it. And guys, that has been incredible. So a little bit of my health issues, I really didn't think it'd work for me. There's a big difference in a little kid and a grown-up. I have hypothyroidism, hypoglycemia. I've had daily headaches since I was a kid. Even as a kid, they were doing CTs and MRIs trying to figure out why is she having headaches. No answers. Multiple migraines a week. And then I had chronic debilitating lower back pain for 4 years, guys. I've always been active. I played sports. I played hard, but my lower back started hurting, and it debilitated me for 4 years. So much so that I was having to use walking sticks, also known as canes. For a while, I was actually using a walker, but I did get strong enough after some therapy to use walking sticks. But after 9 months of physical therapy, decompression, ASTEM injections, and chiropractic treatment, even when as far as having the nerves burn in my back, I did improve some, but I was still having to use a walking stick to get around. And guys, I just thought it was part of life. I played hard. It's life. I got to deal with it. And thankfully that's not the case at all. So Hallie's products, it took her, I love you. That was Hallie. It took her body 3-4 months to start seeing results. It took my body 1 week. 1 week I was in that pantry cleaning it out, the thing in my house that annoyed me, but I wasn't going to ask my family to do. Didn't have a headache, didn't have a migraine, was not using a walking stick. And I was like, Cassie, I am so confused, because I didn't tell anyone I was taking it. And I'm like, why is Hallie's gut stuff that's helping her go number 2 helping my lower back? And that's when she talked about the inflammation, and it had improved tremendously. But I'll tell you what, when I added in the E's in addition to it, life has completely changed. Hallie and I are both thriving instead of surviving. And I know that it's cliche to say that it has changed our lives, but it has. But first of all, and most importantly, it was the answer to our prayers. God is good. So we are so thankful. Now I'm going to let someone else go. So thank you for the time tonight. We appreciate you all.
Hey, Hannah's story always gets me. I love so much just what these products have done for so many different people and what we've all come out of. Like, that's the beauty of it, is that, yes, what the one thing that I love about Plexus is that we have great products, but it's not like a huge catalog. What's wonderful about it are they're just simple little systems that's all you need. I was going to touch on our collagen and our Joyome really quick. It's our skincare, but think of like a probiotic, but for your face. Our collagen's wonderful. A lot of people don't realize that you need collagen. I didn't. I laughed at people. I was like, why do y'all need collagen? But I will tell you, the moment that I've started taking it, I felt better. My husband takes it for his knees. He loves the side effects of having the collagen on hand. And it's just a wonderful product. It's very small. My light's right on it. Anyway, what's great about it is it's just simple, little bitty thing. Like, look at this, little bitty. It's flavorless. And so I always take it in my pink drink or my smoothies, things like that. But our Joyome, and Kasha's going to show it. What's great is it's all of these moms on here, right? Okay. It's mom simple. We need mom simple, right? It's a morning and a night. And it's great because we didn't realize our skin is our second largest organ. And with that, it's in the other room. It's okay. Think of 2 products, morning, night. You just need a few pumps, and your skin is your second largest organ. So when you're taking care of that, everything starts feeling better. And so you just have the morning and the night. It replaced my moisturizers and all the things. I love it. Love it. So what's great about those is that all of our ingredients are very clean. A lot of people don't realize some of the side effects of the things that you're taking, and you might not even know that they have bad ingredients for. So a lot of ours are EU standard. If you don't even know what that is, it's European standard. And that is a huge stamp that we have that I absolutely love, that we're able to say, thank you, Hannah. So morning and night, that's our Joyome right there. And it's just great products that are just mom simple. So if you're curious about any of that, if you're like, I don't care about my gut, or I'm trying to figure that out, or I'm looking for weight loss, we have a few weight loss products that target just pure weight loss. And we actually are having, and if you're curious about intermittent fasting, we have a group coming up on the 31st that we're going to be having and learning all about intermittent fasting along with these products. And so if you're curious about that, we'd love to talk to you about that. But thank you guys for coming tonight. I'm going to pass it on to Hannah. She's going to close us out. And I hope you guys thank you.
You're actually passing it to me. I'm going to close you
Oh,
out.
Kasha. Who did I say? Hannah?
You said Hannah.
Oh, sorry, Hannah. Hannah's probably like, whoa, what? Sorry. Kasha.
And earlier, I totally forgot to talk about one of my other favorite products is our Active, which is our totally clean plant-based energy support. It has about 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is about the same as like 1 cup of coffee. I love this. I sometimes take it more than once a day, but no more pots of coffee. This is amazing. Also has ingredients in there to help with cognitive performance, mood, all kinds of things. Wonderful product. So thank you guys so much for coming. I know that you took a lot of time out of your evening. This is the first one of these that we've done. So we've gone a little bit over, so I'm so sorry about that, but thank you for being patient with us and hanging in there. If anything that we said tonight intrigued you and resonated with you and you'd like to give this a try, by far the best way is to become an ambassador or a wholesale member. There are 4 huge benefits to being an ambassador. One is that, of course, you get the lowest price, the wholesale price. And your first purchase is called a welcome pack. There are several different options for welcome packs. And that's an even deeper discount. Sometimes it's even close to like 50% off of retail. You also get paid back on your own purchases over 100 PV. And you can, if you want to, you have the ability to build a business and make over $400,000 a year if you want to, but you do not have to do that. There's no minimum monthly purchase requirements. There's no minimum sales requirements. There's no inventory, none of that stuff. It's just you literally buy your own products for your own family. You also, every month when your subscription ships, you get rewards points called perks points that you can redeem for free product. Think of like the Starbucks rewards, things like that. You can redeem for free product and free stuff, which is amazing. The wholesale membership is usually $40 a year, which is already insanely cheap. I don't know If you are members of anything else like a gym, other product memberships are so expensive, and this is only $40 a year normally, but this month it's on sale for only $10. Yeah, $9.95 for an entire year, which is amazing, and you get all of those incredible benefits. And your friend who invited you tonight is going to connect you in a three-way message with their friend, just so you can privately ask any questions that you have. And that you can talk specifically about what your goals are, and we can give you individualized suggestions about which pack would be the ideal start for you. And if any of the stories you've heard tonight kind of remind you of someone that you know, I want to invite you to call them up and tell them what you've heard tonight and what you're going to get started on, and see if they want to do this with you as accountability partners. Any health change that you make, you know, joining a gym, starting health supplements, anything is so much more successful when you have an accountability partner to do it with you. And if the really cool thing is if you're an ambassador, when they decide to join you, it benefits you and you get paid on that. And this month, Plexus is doing something really cool where if you have 3 people join you as accountability partners, you make over $300 this month. So if $300 in free money sounds cool to you, you know, get with the person that invited you tonight. And I just want to thank you all for coming. And my prayer is that something you've heard tonight kind of brings you hope that you don't have to feel terrible all the time like we were, and that something natural can help you instead of something that's full of side effects and chemicals that are really not good for your body. So thank you all so much for coming. We're so excited to see you here, and we will chat with you later.